Monday, March 27th, 2017, Monaco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. So it's 7:30 a.m. London. We're back to the 5-hour difference with the East Coast in the US. So it's 2:30 a.m. in the US. So very early update here. But I think the markets are starting to move quite interestingly. They started already last week. We saw the stock market weaken quite a bit. We saw a 1% drop in the stock market for the first time since October last year. So things are starting to move along here. So as I speak here, gold is up almost 14 bucks at 1258.25. The high is 1258.88. We really need to go through 1260, 1262. That was the recent high this year. We stayed above that weekly 200-week moving average, which was around 1238. I spoke about last week. We closed above that level last week. Silver right at 1790 here. It's up 13 cents, up 0.75%. So gold's outperforming a little bit, up 1%. But silver did outperform late on Friday. So the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the future, is down 126 at 20,477, right on the lows right now as I speak. S&P 2326 down 18 and a half. We're down 0.79%. So S&P underperforming. The dollar also weak this morning. Dollar index is at 99.22, down 0.4%, and it's the lowest it's been since November, beginning of November, after the Trump election. And there's a lot of people, there's a lot of talk that the markets are down because Trump's healthcare bill didn't go through, or Paul Ryan's healthcare bill, that it was boycott, they couldn't even get the Republicans in Congress to get it through. And people are saying I personally think markets move, and yeah, people try to say, oh, it moved because of this, but in the end of the day, one has to say that the stock market, especially the U.S. stock market, has been highly overvalued and has just kept going up and up. Maybe it is the end of the Trump honeymoon, so to speak, but I'd just like to follow the price. And right now, the Dow, the stock market and the dollar as well is looking very weak. Since the end of January, the dollar index rallied from below 100 up to around 102. It wasn't able to get back to the recent highs above just around 104 in late December. So, and now we're getting back below the low from the end of January. So it's not looking very good for the dollar at the moment. Of course, that helps gold. I have said that the dollar index in the longer term is irrelevant to gold, and I still believe that. But in the short term, it shows how the dollar is doing against other currencies. But as I said before, I expect all currencies to underperform gold, in the medium to longer term. So in terms of currencies, then, the pound's a bit, up 0.5%. The euro's up 0.5% as well. And the euro's looking very good. And, even though there's all the talk that the euro is going to break up, the French elections coming up in April. But maybe, maybe France will leave the euro, but the euro will still be there for the other countries. Maybe Italy will leave the euro, but, it'd still be the euro for Germany, for Holland, for Austria, for Finland, and it could be a stronger euro. You don't know. It's difficult to say anything for certain in markets and economics, in my opinion. So at the moment, the euro is almost back to 109. It's 108.57. That's the high of the day. That's up 56 pips. Dollar continued to weaken, especially against the yen this morning. It's down 1%. It's at 110.17. So I think that would be quite an important level, 110, if we get back below 110. That could continue to help gold. Gold and the dollar yen have been kind of inversely related. As the dollar drops against the yen, gold price goes up. So, yen is historically known as carry trade currency, where people borrow in yen to buy riskier assets. So if the risk in the markets is being taken away, they're covering back their yen shorts, or paying back their loans in yen. What else? Cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin, of course, has been very, very volatile, and that doesn't surprise me. I've said it many times in the past that I still believe Bitcoin is the place to be in cryptocurrencies. I have advised people to also look at Ethereum. I've looked now at Dash as well. That's done really well, of course, since February. And, we're just near 100 in Dash. Right now, I see it's 92. Ethereum is doing well as well. It's come from around 15, and it's now like 51. What I think is happening is there probably a lot of people who've done really well in Bitcoin. They're selling Bitcoin and buying cheaper cryptocurrencies where they can buy more. They think, maybe Ethereum and Dash are going to go to 1,000 like Bitcoin. Difficult to say. I personally think Ethereum and currencies like Dash are probably a bit overbought right now, and we could see them come down and Bitcoin recover. I also see that or the Steam dollar has done well in the last week or so. The only problem I have with Steam is that I've got some Steam dollars from putting my videos on Steemit, but it's complicated. I need someone to tell me how I can really, what's the difference between Steam dollar. It's not simple. It's not like Bitcoin. You've got Bitcoin, but with Steam, it's like you've got Steam or Steam dollar. But anyway, yeah, so interesting start early on in Europe. Here in London, traders get to their desk around 7 a.m. London. I know that because that's what time I used to get to my desk, and people started trading in London. So they've been in this morning, and yeah, it's been a very interesting start to see, the stock market down 124 points. And I guess people are going to start talking about Dow 20,000 now, whether we're going to fail, break below that. Don't forget, we went even above 21,000, and we're now at 20,479. So not too far away from 20,000, and S&P not far away from 2,300. So very interesting start to the week here. So, and now keep an eye on the markets. And am I saying that we're seeing a beginning of a collapse or crash? No, I'm not. I'm just saying that the markets are starting to trade very differently from what we've seen since, the day after Trump got elected. There's been no huge down days, like I said, no 1% down days in the U.S. stock market. The market just has kept going up and up and up and up and up. I mean, it hasn't gone up very sharply, but it's just steady up and up. Volatility's been killed. So, yeah, the dollar's done well despite, usually when the dollar's really strong, the stock market shouldn't be doing great in the States because it means the big U.S. corporations won't get as much foreign revenue for their earnings. But anyway, interesting times right now. So if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, share it far and wide. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. And if you'd like to donate to my channel, that would help. You know, there's some links below in the description. I accept Bitcoin, Ethereum. I've got a PayPal account and a Patreon account. I'll talk to you later. Bye.